Hey guys, Cash Cooper, Kevin Wu, back with another episode of 5D Reality Guide. Today we're going to discuss Ascension and what it is. Ascension is a lot of things. It would represent your graduation from the Earth School. It would represent the merger of your soul and your light body, your soul moving into your body. It would represent the completion of your light body. It would represent the balancing of your masculine and feminine energies. That's a real important one. It would be also that you have balanced 51% of your karma. That's required. There are some exceptions to that, but not many. You'll want to be on a path, light or dark, and you can take both. There's the light path, requires 51% service to others to ascend. Okay, 51% of your efforts need to be not of self, not too hard. The dark path, on the other hand, is very difficult. You have to be 95% service to self, and that's controlling others, all that stuff negative that the cabal does, but you have to do 95%, so it doesn't sound like an easy walk. But there's really no point in taking the dark path, because it only goes to the 6th dimension. After that, everybody has to turn right back to the light. So why? I don't know. Maybe just for experience. Maybe I'd want to do it one of my incarnations. I don't know, one of my outings into the world of evolution from source. But Ascension is going to happen for many people when this event happens. There's a lot of people on ascension paths. There's waves of ascension, of mass ascension happening, like first wavers, second wavers, and like anyone that's on a path that has gotten pretty close, this event, which will be a solar flash of high vibrational rainbow plasmic energy that will instantly finish us, our ascension, and morph us into a higher being. Light like that is proven in science that we do to totally change the genetic structure of entities, change reptiles into a whole nother species, like a frog into salamanders, just by sending light through the DNA. So that's what's going to happen to us. People that are not on an ascension path, there's a lot of varying stories about it, but I'm in contact with a lot of entities, as well as Source and Divine Mother, and but they're saying that a good portion of humanity's souls have decided to go elsewhere instead of stay here for the Golden Age. They are not done with their third dimensional learning. They still have desires to have more experiences in those low vibrations, and they'll be leaving. A lot of them will leave when the event happens. They're not going to die. I think they're just going to disappear or something, and they'll be out of body. And then there's also a version of ascension for some people on this planet, whereas they'll ascend out of body, which means their body isn't going to make the ascension. They haven't done any of the work. They haven't, it's a lot of work to raise a body into the 5th dimension. And some people just now finding out about ascension will ascend. They're all positive people, but they didn't know to do the work beforehand, And those people will come out of body when the event happens, and they will ascend to the 5th dimension, and it will count as their ascension, but they will not have their physical body. Now, we won't be in a physical universe anymore anyways, so it won't matter. 5th dimension is heaven, so that's where we're going, is heaven. Traditionally, you couldn't take your body there. This is the first time that you can take your body with you and ascend the physical into the 5th dimension. It's a very big deal. And also, when this event happens, it will be the catalyst for the ascension of the solar system, and then that will be the catalyst for the ascension of the galaxy, and that will be the catalyst for the ascension of the universe, and that will be the catalyst for the ascension of the multiverse, and so on. So the entire universe, the entire multiverse is watching us right now, like non-stop, because what happens to us happens to all of them, and it's going to be a big deal. No one knows what happens when the whole multiverse ascends, but we are the last planet in the last solar system, in the last galaxy to ascend, because of all this dark stuff we've had going on so long. Everyone else is done, waiting on Earth. So exciting times. It's time to throw a party. The light has won. We need to take our planet back and band together and, you know, get these guys to let us have the reins back, and then we need to have the biggest party ever thrown. I mean, I can't think of a bigger party, the birthday of the multiverse, you know. So sounds fun. But back to Ascension Tools. You'll need to raise your vibration to ascend, and in order to do that, you're going to need to meditate, which you can look it up, but it's just centering yourself and having an experience and of oneness with everything, and, you know, accessing that infinite potential and power inside of you that is God, and knowing that it's true, and just visiting that for a minute. It totally replenishes you with cosmic energy. It heals injuries and disease, raises your vibration. If you do that every day, you'll have nothing to worry about. So the next one is affirmations. I am empowered by everything. I am raising my vibration with every breath. I am glitter. I am a love factory. Light is my precursor. Just any number of affirmations. You know, I am always operating in my highest good. Whatever you put after I and am becomes true. We're living in a reality where your thoughts create your outer experience, and there's no exception. Anything that ever happens to you was brought to you by you, for you. It's not happening to you. It's brought to you for your learning by you, and planned out ahead of time by your soul. So affirmations are great. I do them every day. And then there's many other ways to raise your vibration. Just being of service to others, listening to frequencies, certain frequency sounds, do all kinds of different stuff on your body of consciousness. I recommend like Therify.net. Dan Winter has some amazing frequencies on there, and it goes by the chakra. Unfortunately, he only has an Apple app. So what's up with that, Dan? But anyway, those are the best I know of. But yeah, frequencies, eating right. Any food that's been cooked or anything other than raw food is dead food when it comes to gaining pranic life force energy from the food. So raw foods and vegetables, that's it, to raise your vibration. Ascension tools. Sex is the #1 ascension tool, as long as it's loving, like tantric sex, where you're circulating the energies, stuff like that. So that is a great ascension tool. Get after it. There's many more. If you want to see a full list of ascension tools, go to shiftaltparadigm.com, like Control-Alt-Delete on the computer. There's a link in the description. It's my website. There's lots of ascension tools, a lot more spiritual information, database of crystals, database of frequencies, whatnot. But Gaia wants me to tell you, guys, this is a message from Gaia. She said she's done ascending. She's a sacred planet now, which means she's in contact, and we are, all races, in contact with other races, interplanetary and intergalactic. I know that you haven't seen that on the news, but they don't tell you anything on the news because the cabal owns the news, and it's only used to engineer negative emotions in you with black magic symbolism, and only reporting negative stories to create loose for them to feed off of. But soon you will see the truth. And the truth is that we are an intergalactic, interplanetary planet. That we have business, we have interplanetary corporate conglomerates, lots going on, like multiple secret space programs. Every country has one. So just because you don't hear it on the news doesn't mean it's not true. They've quarantined the solar system, so no one can get in during these times, this spiritual harvest. They take it real seriously. So anytime a planet is ascending and its people are, they quarantine the area. Nobody in or out. No one can mess with the people that are ascending, and so that's good. There's lots of beings here to help you. If you want to have contact with an extraterrestrial, they are here to help with your ascension. make it known what kind of experience you want to have. You need to be specific, because some of them don't look like us, and be specific on the type of experience you want to have, like learning stuff about spirituality or something more kinky. I don't know what you're into, but like be specific and set your intention, and they'll hear, they'll know. They'll visit you in dreams maybe first, but they're about to land. They've just been waiting on, you know, the cabal to not be in charge of the military before they can land, and that's there's stuff happening toward that end right now. We're at the tail end of a spiritual war, and we're doing some mop up, but soon they'll be landing. So with the Ascension, you will want to oh yeah, let me cover one more thing before I forget it. One of the most important things that's happened to this planet ever is the arrival of the Mahatma energies. These energies were not available to Earth ever before, and it is akin to a direct line of sight to source light, whereas before Earth couldn't have source light shine on it, except to go through a bunch of relays. And now we have just one relay. It's made up of several cosmic beings, Metatron and company, and you'll want to call out to the Mahatma to penetrate your body matrix with all 352 levels of light information, and you can ask it to overshadow you or share your body, so you can embody it, and it can get some experience down here, and that will totally boost your ascension like crazy. Also, you need to request for an ascension column to be installed wherever it is you do your spiritual work, you know, your shrine or whatever you do, and they'll set up a column of light that'll help you in your ascension. But the main thing is just be of service to others, be loving,